For bets on a budget, presented by SOBET, the 5 best lines that we can find for the value that we could get them at. Here we go.
I think you glossed over SOBET a little bit there, guys. Go get better at betting. Check out the link, code, all that good stuff.
It's a fantastic app.
I tell you what, I'm up some units, and yes, I post on there. But I'll tell you what, listening to some of those guys on there, they are good. They know what they're talking about.
Oh yeah,
even if you don't go on there for us, tell you what, go on there for other people.
Go
Fantastic.
on there, win some money.
Yeah. All right, let's start. Of this ad BS here. All right, Detroit -10 versus Chicago. Look, Jared Goff against the spread the last couple of years, I've said it before, I'll say it again, has been really good. And, it's time to, again, the theme of the show, let's be honest with ourselves. Chicago isn't a good football team. Against good teams, in terms of talent that are in Detroit's stratosphere, right, from a talent perspective, the Chiefs and Chargers are the only two teams they played that are, top 10 roster level. And they've gotten boat raced in both. 41-10 against the Chiefs, I think it was, 30-13 against the Chargers, right? Against teams that are significantly more talented than them, it's not really a fair fight. It's not close. I'll take the better coach, I'll take the better roster, I'll take the better quarterback, and I'll take the home team.
Okay, yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, -10 feels pretty free.
We love big favorites.
They've been kind to us this year. In general, historically, I don't love big favorites because the NFL games are decided by 4 or less points, I think 95% of the time. It's wild. The average game's 4 points or less.
We've been banging on big favorites.
Banging big favorites. We love to see it. Dallas -10.5 at Carolina.
Another one.
Dak as a favorite has been insane this year. I think as a favorite, he's got 120-something passer rating. It's wild. CeeDee Lamb has emerged as a top 10 receiver, bona fide top 10. You could argue top 5 over the last 4 weeks. Again, over the last month and a half, Dak has been a top 7 level quarterback. Tony Pollard started running the football a lot better last week. Again, I know it was New York, but Carolina's not much better. I'm actually surprised it's only 10.5. Seems to me more like a 13.5 to a 14.5 type of line, but I will take Dallas at 10.5. Love the number.
Yeah, they didn't disappoint this last week with our big line. What we had them -16.
Yeah, -16.
So yeah,
they won by 25.
Yeah, it was not close in the slightest. And this Carolina team is.
They're not good. And my concern is Bryce Young going to finish the game? Is he going to stay upright and long enough?
Not again. No.
That's a physical football team, and they have nobody up front to block.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah. Pittsburgh +4 at Cleveland. I know I'm taking Cleveland, but Tomlin as an underdog coach is one of the best in history. And we know this game's going to be low scoring. It's going to be cold, windy, mistake on the lake, Cleveland. I'll take points where I can get them in a divisional matchup. I will, accept the 4 points. I will take Cleveland to win. Last-second field goal. Cleveland will win by 2. I'm going to go with a 16-14 Cleveland win.
Okay. I like Pittsburgh to win this game outright, so I
love
this line.
Yeah.
I think Cleveland's really not going to be able to get anything going on offense, especially against this Pittsburgh defense. They've been playing their asses off. Now, they looked a little lackadaisical down the second, third quarter-ish region last week against the Packers. But I think overall, when it matters, they show up, and I think that's really going to be the story of the game this week.
Yeah, my main concern is Deshaun extending plays. Deshaun can extend plays, and we know. I feel like every time we play a quarterback that can extend, it never goes well for us.
I think,
I guess it did at home, but I don't know, man. At Cleveland,
we'll see.
I do like the 4 points.
I love the 4 points.
Vegas +12.5 at Miami. I'll tell you what, Antonio Pierce has been they're 2-0 under him. The pass rush provides massive issues for Miami. Max Crosby can get after the quarterback, and we know Miami's offensive line is really bad. I like the Finns to win, especially coming off a bye. I think they win by a touchdown. But Vegas is going to keep it close.
Yeah, I think what you said there holds a lot of weight. We saw what happened to Tua when he got rattled by that Buffalo pass rush.
Philadelphia
got to him. So when you can get pressure on Tua, he is not the same quarterback. He is not one of those guys that does better when he's pressured.
Yeah.
That's not his MO. That's not what the Dolphins do well. But I do like the Dolphins to win. Raiders keep close.
That first Patriots game when Miami kind of struggled a little bit, they only won by 7. It was like a 24-17 kind of a slugfest at New England. That's how I see this game kind of going. I think it's a 28-20 type of game, kind of a slugfest. Miami pulls away late, but I still think Vegas covers that 12.5.
Sounds good.
And finally, let's finish with Denver -2 versus Minnesota. Denver's won 3 straight, and they've been really good. Again, honesty, Russell Wilson, do not think about the first couple weeks. He was still figuring out the system. Sean Payton was figuring out how to use Russell Wilson. The last 3 games, he's had a 100-plus pass rating. They're forcing turnovers. And last week aside, Minnesota has had severe ball security issues. I like that edge, and I like the Russell Wilson edge. I will take Denver to win by a field goal in a close game but they cover the 2 points.
Perfect.
All right, Detroit -10 versus Chicago. Dallas -10.5 at Carolina. The underdog Steelers +4 at Cleveland. The underdog Raiders +12.5 at Miami. And finally, the small favorite Denver -2 versus Minnesota.
I can feel it. 5-0 week.
That feels like a 5-0. That just feels like a 5-0.
It's got to happen one of these times, and I love these picks this week.
Yeah.
So
big fan.
Go check them out on SOBET. You can find the link in the description of either the episode or the individual video, no matter how you're watching it. Yeah, Linktree, website, it's all on there. So go check it out. SOBET. Use code THEISSUE when you sign up.
It's worth it.
It's a we love it. It's our second week over there now.
Yeah.
Second bets on a budget over there, and we had great
3-2 the first
lines.
time. Good college lines. Loved Michigan -4.5.
Tons of content
Bang.
on any betting advice or any sort of betting content that you would want. So go check it out. SOBET. But guys,